Hello mates, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to install Ubuntu Linux on VirtualBox. Let's begin. It is very convenient due to the fact you don't need to change anything on your running operation system like dual boot and etc. As well, it's flexible, secure and easy to install without any hassles. Let's start. Please go to Oracle VirtualBox website and download the last version. Choose Windows host. When the download is finished, please run the executable file. Follow the wizard with the default options and install the software. When finished, you can close the wizard and run VirtualBox. Let's minimize the VirtualBox window and download Ubuntu Linux OS. Please navigate to the download page on Ubuntu website and choose the last version, LTS, that means long time support. After the file has been downloaded, let's create a virtual machine. Please go back to VirtualBox window and choose New. Give your OS name. Choose the correct type and version. In our case, Linux Ubuntu. Please choose how much memory you would like to allocate your machine. As long it's on the green bar area, it's enough. And the more the better. Create a virtual disk. I will keep the default value for the virtual machine folder path. And I will allocate 100 GB to our virtual disk we create. Please don't worry, it will not take 100 GB disk space from your main hosting operating system, in this case Windows, because we choose the dynamically allocated option when we created the virtual hard disk. It will use only the amount of space the virtual machine uses and allocate more space if needed, up to 100 GB. Let's click on the Setting button. Under General tab, Advanced, choose the bi-directional option. That will allow copy and paste between the hosting and virtual machine. Under System tab, allocate the amount of memory you would like to allocate to the virtual machine. Keep it on the green bar area. The more is the better. Under the Processor tab, you can see by the green bar that 4 CPU cores is recommended. Under Display tab, we can keep it as default for now. Under the Storage tab, we can choose the image ISO file the system would boot from. In our case, it's the Ubuntu image file we have downloaded already. Let's keep the audio setting on as default, unless you don't use it, so you can unmark the box. Under Network tab, by default there is only one network card. However, you can add up to 4 cards to your virtual machine. I recommend for now leave it as default or not. It works well. You can always change network card setting in the future to a bridge mode or add more cards. The rest of the setting we can leave on default. A side note, the Shared Folder tab will allow you to choose a folder to share files between the hosting system, Windows in our case, to the virtual machine, Ubuntu in our case. And that's it. We finish with the setting of our virtual machine. That's the beauty of a virtual machine. Everything is flexible and dynamic. The only limitation is the physical hardware. Let's turn on the virtual machine by clicking on the Start button. As you can see, it's used the Ubuntu image ISO file for the booting procedure. Feel free to close the annoying warning messages that pops up. After the installation wizard has been loaded, choose on the left the wanted language and choose Install Ubuntu. Please select the keyboard layout you would like to use. As well, you can test your keyboard. At the next step, you will be asked to choose which software and updates to install. I choose the minimal installation because you can always add everything after the installation, but normal installation is okay as well. Download updates while installing Ubuntu will save you some time, but it's not mandatory. As you can see, Ubuntu knows your location. If it's wrong, you can change it in order to get the correct time zone. As well, to get faster updates, because the system will use close-by servers to download updates. Next, feel free to choose any name you would like, a computer name and username to log in. Please choose strong enough password or change to strong password later on. Okay, next, continue with the installation process. Then click Restart your computer, and when the system boots, type your username and password to log in. Ubuntu has been installed successfully. Let's close the irrelevant tabs on the favorite bar on the left side of the screen by right-clicking on the mouse and choose Remove from Favorites. Also, as you can see, we cannot scale the virtual machine window size, nor change the graphic setting as well. More of, we cannot copy and paste from the hosting operation system, Windows in our case, to the Ubuntu virtual machine. In order to solve that and make the virtual machine would run smoothly and more interactive, we need to install the VirtualBox Guest Edition package by doing the following steps. First, double check at the Machine Setting tab under the General Advanced that the bidirectional option is selected. Then, click Show Application icon on the down left side and run Terminal, or just right click on the desktop and choose Terminal. Run the command sudo apt update. That will download an up-to-date packages list. You will need to type your password. Now, let's keep the system up to date by installing those packages from the list we just downloaded. Please run the command sudo apt upgrade and Ubuntu will download and install the updated packages on the system. Now, on the terminal, please write reboot or just reboot the system from the graphical interface. After the machine has booted up, enter your password and open the terminal. Run the following command sudo apt space install space build minus essential space dkms space linux minus adders minus and press enter. You can find this command at the video description. Then type your password and let it run. When it finished to install, please navigate to Devices tab and click on Insert Guest Edition CD image. The image will be mounted and then you click Run. Enter your password and the Guest Edition package will be installed. After it's finished, please shut down your machine and wait a moment and then turn it again by click Start. When Ubuntu will boot again, enter your password and voila, you can scale the window size and change the graphic resolution if you would like to. Let's check that we can copy and paste text from our hosting machine Windows to Ubuntu and vice versa. We will open the notepad and copy text from the Windows hosting operation system to Ubuntu and do the same from Ubuntu to Windows. Grand, it is working, good job. Let's try copy file from the hosting Windows operation system to Ubuntu. Just drag and drop the file from Windows to Ubuntu. Well, it's worked fine. However, when I tried to copy from Ubuntu to Windows, I needed to close my Ubuntu virtual machine to shut it down and reboot my hosting Windows machine before it allowed me to copy the same file from Ubuntu to Windows. Now everything is working fine. That's it, your Ubuntu virtual machine is working and running properly. The last thing I would like to do is to take a snapshot of the environment we have created, that in case we will mess up our installation, we'll always be able to come back to the correct state of our virtual machine. Let's navigate to the Machine tab and click Take Snapshot. It will save the correct state of the machine, and if you will want to go back in the future to the same state, we just need to go to the Snapshot option, choose Restore and run it. Okay, bravo my friends. That's it. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please click on the like button and share it with your friends if it can be useful for them. Have a nice day. Thank you. Cheers.